Stop! This is going to be spoiler talk for Alien Romulus. If you don't want spoilers, do not watch. If you don't want spoilers, watch my spoiler-free review right here. Now we're getting into spoilers. Everybody dies. In watching this movie, you get to know 6 characters. I liked all of them. Let me check who they are. My favorites were, of course, Rain and Andy. Those are the only 2 characters that make it to the end. All the other characters die. Tyler was the love interest. Tyler had one moment that I was like really confused because his sister died. His sister Kay doesn't really die, but it looks like his sister dies because Andy, his protocol gets overwritten by an evil AI or like another computer. At the beginning of the movie, turns out that Andy is a robot, and his main objective, because he was programmed by the father of Rain, is to make sure that Rain is safe. Because they have to break in to another spaceship, he takes a chip from another robot. Rain puts the chip in the brain of Andy, and then his main objective is not to take care of Rain anymore, but it's to do what's best in the company's interest. A big part of the story is Rain needs to get off a planet. She cannot get off the planet because the company needs her. There's like this company. It was kind of vague, but it was just like they're being exploited. It's like a metaphor for capitalism. So yeah, Rain wants to get out. She says, I did my hours, I'm allowed to leave now. And then like some lady from a DMV is like, no, you're not going out, you're not getting out of here, you need 6 extra years. And one of her friends is like, oh, I found a way out, we need to break into the spaceship. Rain and Andy together go with some friends. I think Taylor is one of the guys who makes the plan. They go up to the spaceship and are like, oh, we can get some fuel and some stuff that can bring us to like a better solar system, because that's their goal. Their goal is to get out of this really sucky planet that's not Earth. It's something else, which I don't remember what it is. But yeah, it really sucks. So they want to go away from the sucky place and want to go to the cool place. So that's basically what they want to do. They get some cryopods because that's what they need to go there. And after they get the cryopods, it's like, oh no, god damn it, the cryopods don't have enough fuel. So what Taylor does, because Taylor's together with his cousin and Andy on the other spaceship, is they find another place where there's fuel. So they go to this another place and they take the fuel out, which is like cooling unit or something, cooling fuel. But the chamber locks up, and it turns out that the chamber where they took the fuel from, the reason why it's cooling is because inside of it, it's basically a refrigerator for all of these face huggers. The face huggers, they want to do some fucked up shit. So basically, like, Taylor is the fucking dumbass of the movie, and that also comes back later in the film, who basically F's everything up for everybody, but it was basically all doomed from the beginning. He F's it up. They get the stuff, but the stuff's not good. They basically, Taylor, because he takes the cooling fuel, all of the face huggers wake up and everything goes bad. And of course, Taylor's sister or something is pregnant, so that's really effed up. That's also a side story in the film, which will come back later at the end. And that's some freaky ass stuff, okay? Let me tell you that. That was my favorite part of the movie. We're gonna be there in a second. So all of the face huggers come and they F stuff up. Taylor's cousin and Rain, they come to the other spaceship to save them. But while they save them, Dr. Navarro, it gets effed up by a face hugger. She's dead, of course. The alien pops up out of her and F's everything up. And the entire spaceship that they came there with explodes because the alien jumps out of her stomach. And what happened? Oh yeah, to get out of the cooling unit, they had to give Andy another chip of another robot who was already dead. They gave him the chip, and the chip overrides his protocol. So now his main objective is not to protect Rain, but it is protect the company, the same company that was screwing Rain and Andy. So that's kind of funny, and he immediately like switches up. First he's like a really nice guy, and then out of nowhere he's an evil robot who doesn't care about anything except for this so-called company, you know? Yeah, so that brings some comedic moments. Rain doesn't know that his mind is being affected by this other robot, but yeah, slowly she gets to realize that, and that actually he doesn't really care about if everybody survives a little bit, but he cares more about the interest of this so-called company. Then you have the sister of Taylor, who's pregnant, the side story. She gets taken by one of the xenomorphs, because the xenomorph came out of Navarro's chest, and it takes her. And when she gets taken, Taylor's like, open the door, Andy, because Andy is the only one with who can open the door, because he's a robot. But Andy refuses to do it, because if he would open the door, the monster, the xenomorph, would come in and kill everybody. And then Taylor's like, open it now, and he just refuses to do it. And everybody hates him right now. But yeah, it's just his programming is saying like, this is not safe. He's just thinking rational. It's actually smart what he's doing. But yeah, Taylor's going crazy. 5 minutes later, they go into this lab, and it turns out that the reason why all of these aliens are here is because this robot, this guy, I'll put him on screen, says like, yeah, human life has to evolve because we're too fragile. He wants to create human beings that are fused with xenomorphs so that they are like undestroyable or something, so they can survive forever. And it's actually the objective of Andy to take this formula, he's like a thing, like the Krabby Patty formula, that he can use, yeah, to make humanity better. I don't know how it works, but that's kind of the MacGuffin of the thing. That was kind of not really explained, but you just have to accept it, I guess. So their objective is now, Andy's objective is to get out of there. They want to get out of there without being killed by the thing, and yeah, bringing this thing back to the company, because that's what he has to do. But the thing that was the dumb character moment that I don't understand is, Andy gives Taylor a gun, and seconds before that, Andy basically killed his sister. So Taylor thinks that his sister is dead. He gives him a gun, and Taylor's like, oh yeah, no problem. If I was Taylor, I would have shot Andy in the face. Cause what the fuck, you just killed my sister, now you're giving me a gun? You really think I'm not gonna shoot you in your face? I don't give a fuck about the company or whatever. I don't care. I don't care about the company or any of this stuff. So yeah, I would have shot him in the face. Cause you just killed my sister. Are you crazy? But yeah, Taylor doesn't care, I guess, about his sister anymore. But that's a weird thing. And seconds later, they find her sister and they're like, oh, she's fine. She didn't get impregnated, or she didn't get bugged by one of the xenomorphs, so no xenomorphs are gonna get out of the chest of her. And so they take her with her and they bring her to the spaceship and they try to get away. Yeah, that scene was. Then you have a whole bunch of xenomorphs who are running after Andy and Rain, and they escape finally. But in the process, Taylor dies, Navarro dies, the cousin dies. So in the end, there are only like 3 characters left, and you think they made it out safe. And there's this really sweet moment where Andy says, where Rain says to Andy, I want to override your programming, because she takes out the bad chip, and she says, you don't have to look out for Rain, you have to look out for us. And I was like, oh my god, I almost put up a little tear. It was so beautiful. It was such a great scene. And I felt like, oh, this is the ending, this is a great ending. But that's when the real ending comes, because it turns out that the pregnant lady, I don't even know her name, but let's call her just pregnant lady, she got impregnated by one of the xenomorphs, or not impregnated, her baby got turned into a hybrid of a xenomorph and a human. And that shit was terrifying. It looked like Lord Voldemort, Slender Man, a xenomorph all in one, and it was scary as hell. That thing looked evil. If you're wondering why I gave that thing because when the movie was ending and I felt like, oh, the good ending, okay, I'll give it a 7.5. But the moment I saw that thing, you have to see it in the cinema. I was like, okay, the rating just went up, because that made that thing way more terrifying. The xenomorph human hybrid was so scary. It was like crawling around, and of course it kills the mother immediately. And instead of that, like a little mouth comes out, like it's like a little baby head that comes out of his mouth, and he has like no eyes. He looks a little bit like the thing from I don't know, the the creator or the other Alien movie, I'll put it, looks a little bit like this thing, yeah? But then way more scary. Like if Voldemort had a baby with a xenomorph, had a baby with like some nightmarish stuff. The big xenomorph baby kills Andy, you think, and he goes after Rain, and eventually Rain defeats this big baby xenomorph. But that scene was terrifying. Like I cannot describe it in this video, but you have to watch it because that thing scared the heck out of me. Once again, I rated this film like an 8. 8 out of 10. I think I really want to watch this one again in the future, and I recommend that you do so too. Those are my quick thoughts. If you like what you see here, subscribe, become a fellow Doombot. I'm going to be talking about movies. That's one of my main passions. Also about upcoming Marvel stuff. I may, love Dr. Doom the most. He's my favorite character. But as you can see here, Batman is also pretty cool. Can you even focus on it? Nope. Come on, focus on this. Yeah, Batman is also pretty cool. So I'll also be covering if some new Batman stuff comes out. Yeah, I will try every week. I will at least. Okay, so what this channel basically is every week I will be doing a movie review for something either watched in the cinema or I watched at my place. And yeah, I like movies, I like comics, I like superhero stuff, and as you can see by the mask, I like me some Dr. Doom. So Doombots out.